Hey, welcome to another edition of the AK Option Trader. Trust you guys had a good week. I had an alright week. Did some good things, did a few things not bad and flat, and I kind of explained it during the blog this week. But that's neither here nor there. It's time to jump on to the up and coming week and see where we are at. We have a new president. I was expecting maybe a little bit of a rally with that, but like I told you before, I kind of made a mistake on that when I did research on it. I found that most of the time, the day of the inauguration is a down day, and it was again this year. But within 10 days of the inauguration, if you bought on the day of the inauguration, held for 10 days, I think like 90% of the time, it turns out to be a profitable play. So anyway, that's something to think about. And it kind of jives with what I want to talk about today. Let's look at our charts. Let's start with the Dow here. You know, we have been just hammering out a support line right here. This support line runs from around 71.10 to 79.55, somewhere in there. You can see it's not completely 100% solid on Friday. It kind of breached that line a little bit, but it coincides with the low over here, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days pretty much touching it and either rallying off of it, or we didn't either rally. We closed on it one day, rallied every day after that. So that's something to watch for. The volume, you can see, increased up to here, kind of flattened out, and now it's dropping with every hit, except for this day. It dropped, but it's in a definite small downtrend with every day hitting it. This would signal to me a bounce is coming. Also, we're oversold. You can see we're oversold here. We had a little rally, oversold here. We had a little bit of a rally, and then oversold here, all followed by sell-offs. So I'm not saying we're going to rally to the moon, but I do think we're going to have a bounce out of here. Let's look at the S&P, shall we? Okay, so S&P, and I've got the fib lines in here. Remember this channel I was talking about, how it seemed we were playing in this channel? We did breach the channel, but we hit this 23 fib, which coincides with the support line we were just looking at on the Dow. We were oversold. We had an uptrend that was breached here, but now it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days of support there. And day 3, which would have been Thursday, we almost touched it, but we didn't quite hit it. So it's getting there. Hold on one second here. Alright, sorry about that. I had kids outside sledding. Anyway, so we got the support on this 23.6 fib. We've touched this one 3 times. We didn't quite make it all the way down there, but we did land up on this up support line in this channel. I wouldn't be surprised to see this bounce back in here. Maybe see resistance up here, even at the 50 or in this area here. Again, oversold. We did break the downtrend on there as well. And so let's jump on over to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, we're seeing much of the same thing. Again, the support's not on a fib line here from where I've drawn it out. We had support. These red lines are ones I've already pre-drawn, so all 3 of these, and then they coincided with fib lines. These were my own supports and coinciding with fib lines. This one does not, but this is another hammering out. The way I see it is we should bounce off of here. If we breach this on all 3 charts, we're going to drop hard. I'm thinking all the way down. I'm thinking testing the lows, because this is really offering some support. So that's just my thought. It's something to keep an eye on and see how it holds. And I don't know. I'm just expecting a bounce off of that. Here's a VIX, and you can see we tested the gray area 3 times. Actually blew through it the other day, tested it 3 times and back down. Now we're kind of flattening out even on the VIX. Remember, if you remember last week, I expected us to kind of play around in this area for a while. So the 45 to 57, a $12 range, which is a lot of movement. I'm not saying every day it's going to move that much, but you know, come down here, 45, jump up, maybe play around, hit up here. I just have a feeling that's what kind of market we're in for here. I don't think we're going to reach extremes on either side here or anything like that. So just something to keep an eye on. That's my thought. I think we got some serious support right here, and we got some, not serious, but we got resistance here. I don't know how strong it is. We set it here just the other day at the 57.50. You can see we're just trading flat lately, so that's actually helping with option prices as far as for buying them. For selling them, not so much. So let's look at a few charts of stocks. XLE, this is one I talked about, I think, last week. You can see this trading range, and you know, we're breaching it here obviously, but I don't put it to the extremes because it only hit it twice if we did that, and you don't want to hold it that long anyway unless you're trying to reach every dollar, which I don't. I try to get a portion of it. We're in an uptrend here. we're sitting on support right here, but we're trapped by this 50 retracement. But if we can breach this and hold the support, we're going to be up here, and we'll probably go up to the 52 area. But the safe play is right around the $50 area, whatever this is here, 50.36. So right around in there is probably going to be your safe play. I'd look for a pop in volume with that move up here. Volume's been okay, but nothing spectacular. But we got an uptrend, a support. We have a little bit of resistance here, so that'd be one I'd look for that up move ups there on one. So, and then coming into XLK, just a simple uptrend play. Look to see if this line is drew it off the body of the candles. Look to see if this line holds. There, the oversold area. Got not great volume. It looks like we got an uptrend here, moving up, getting ready to rally up. So just watch this, see if we can get a nice slow uptrend going on here. Nothing fancy there. Strictly trend line. This is one AMGN. This is one that just breached the support right here, hit the 200 moving average, and if you look the last two times that we've blown through this 200 moving average, not counting this anomaly, say it right here, we breached this here, blew up, had a nice rally. Breached it right here, blew up, had a nice rally. Okay, so this is the third time we're breaching it, and if I drew out a trend line here, got rid of this one, but let's just draw one out here. We could draw one there, fixing to touch right here, as that created a bottom there. We could see another rally pop up. Each rally has been a little less. You can see a lower high, a lower high. So, $58, I would say, $57.50, somewhere in there. That's what I'd be looking for to pop up through this. So, just wanted to keep an eye on. Pop through here. It's if I get a confirmation on that one, that might be one I'd be looking to play next week, maybe up. Another just a simple uptrend line with a nice bullish engulfing candle, almost engulfing. Doesn't, if we look closely, it doesn't truly engulf. Well, yeah, it does. So we'll call it that. But MRO just split recently. Marathon Oil looks like it's in a pretty good rally move up here in a channel. So up, down, up, down. I just continue to see it till it breaks this trend line. I'll be playing it up. Okay, volume's okay, nothing beautiful, but it's okay for this time of year. And here's one we looked at it in the past, and everybody had their eyeballs on, and I kind of left it alone while everybody was trading it and playing it and talking about it. You can see how much I've looked at this chart. I'm a stinking mess. But what I like about it is I love how it's setting up to it retraces fib. It's got definite resistance here. Two, look at this volume, picture perfect volume divergence here. Everybody cared about it. It was a big talk. Slowly petering away here. So I would look for this thing to hit this and drop. That's what I'd be looking for. Again, you're going to want to see confirmation on that. And let's just throw one more of our old ones in just for kicks here. There's a lot more to look at. I just don't have time. Remember here we played off this bounce here, did really well. Actually sold right here, bought here, sold here, and then it just kept going. So if I held it, done even better, playing up off the trend line. I've kind of just looked at it once in a while. I haven't seen anything interesting happen. Well, I'm going to just throw this out there, keep an eye on it. Let's see if this comes back down and touches this 30, around this 30 area again. If it does, I'm going to try to play it again for a pop. Alright, so anyway, I don't know, all my charts are kind of, I kind of got a bullish tendency right now, short term, not a long term, just got looking for a little pop. I'm looking for a bounce. If we break that support that I showed you on the Dow and SP and the NASDAQ, I think we're going to drop hard. But I don't know, I just have a feeling it's gonna hold, and in conjunction with the inauguration and that 10-day thing I told you about early on in the year, I don't know, I think we're going to see a pop here the next few days. So anyway, I want you guys to trade well and prosper. This will be AK Option Trader signing out. I apologize for all my flubs today. Got a lot going on around the house, and I was kind of trying to do two things at once. Trade well.